So is it that the parents have gotten lazy essentially? I worked my ass off to give all these things and all these opportunities to my child because I never had them, but I never taught them the lesson of what I had to go through in the hardships and the tough times and the hand me downs and everything in order to put myself in this position so like that they don't have to go through those hardships, right? And that's fine. But without the lesson and the conversations and showing and juxtaposing, they're going to take that for granted. Like if
Mhm.
that's a standard for life, not understanding that they had it tough, and then their parents before them had it tough, and then their grandparents before them had it even tougher. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Uh,
And I just want to piggyback off of that real quick with one last anecdotal story for the night. When my son first moved here, it was about 9 o'clock at night. He and I, we drove down to the store, and this guy rode up on a bicycle. Keep in mind, we came from a place where every family was making $50,000 a year or more in a place that where the cost of living was low. At $50,000 in a place where the cost of living is low, you can live pretty solidly. He himself had never seen a grown man riding a bike out of necessity. Instead of mocking the guy, making fun of the guy, or simply saying, I don't know, I took the time out to actually explain some of the things that he would see and explain why it's important that he does what I'm asking him to do because these are real life situations that people come across. And I actually took that time to teach that to him. And he actually still remembers that story to this day. He was like 7, 8, maybe. So I think you're right. Parents have gotten extremely lazy in teaching those stories, in teaching those lessons.
I think that I think it's twofold. I think that you're absolutely right, but I think it's going with the atmosphere, the environment, right? Being able to fit in a certain environment. So, for example, if you live in a certain neighborhood, and let's just say you have a predominantly white school, you want your kids to be able to not stick out in that environment, right? They blend in with the environment. The same thing when it comes to when you're at an all black school. Because guess what? Whether we like it or not, unless you're in like gifted classes where kids just really don't care about social, right? Um, the way people perceive you does play with your education. If you feel like somebody's joking on you, you're still concentrating on them people that what they're looking at you, the things they're saying about you. Anything I'm saying to you is just not even because you got your mind on I'm so insecure and you can't even process what it is that I'm saying because something else is taking up your mental space, right? Now I will say that we go too far with the Jordans. You can just have your kid be presentable and come to school, which I think we do a good job. Most of us do a good job at doing, right? But I think we have a tendency to take it above and beyond, like we just flat, like because you want your kid to stick out, but in another kind of way, like he the man or she the, because she got this, And I think that that's when it can become, we shouldn't be buying kids $200 shoes. Like,
Shan, you are absolutely right. Again, another true story. I said last anecdotal. This will be the last anecdotal. I'm sorry. Up the street, there's a single black lady lives up the street, and this is not a knock on her. Don't take it this way at all to any of the ladies out there, but single black lady, she bought her son a last day of school fit. Her son is in fourth grade. This motherfucker had a Gucci belt, Jordans. It wasn't Levi's, but Levi's is what's coming to mind. But the name brand skinny jeans, a polo shirt, and a chain for the last day of school. What are what are we teaching our kids? That is insane.
AP and the icing on the cake is the kids who the flyers had the lowest grades. Most of the kids who be the flyest, if I look at my grade book, they be having the lowest grades. And I be like, if you just take that cell phone away from them, maybe their grade go up a little bit. Maybe, maybe don't give them some Jordans this time. It should be like a consequence. Because it's not that they can't do it. They don't want to do it. There's no perk in doing it because you're giving them everything that they want without having to do anything.
I totally agree, Shan.
Getting something, and I think that's part of it too. And even when we see it, it starts at home. You getting something for nothing, and so we go through life thinking we're supposed to be handing them. We talk about this all the time. I heard reels. I see reels on it. Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody getting something, and they haven't even earned anything. So we got a whole generation of people who's like, "Oh, it's supposed to just be given to me, and I don't have to earn anything. It's just supposed to happen."
Let's just say I agree, and this sense of entitlement is getting worse. It's getting worse. And I don't have anything to add. And I know we've been at it for almost 3 hours. So
I know, because I had a 12 o'clock deadline. I did.
Look at Miss Polly is in the
got me so mad. I said tatas, but I said the real word online. Public display.
Who got you so mad?
Listen, just because I pulled up a knot, I wanted to get to dig deep. I wanted to dig deep, and you guys did not want to get in that hole with me, and so I just felt like
no.
Y'all tried to make it seem like I love me a black man.
No, look, Shan, I definitely get in the hole with you and Miss Polly, but on that, I don't necessarily want to, if we dive deep into that hole that you were talking about, though, well, we're gonna find a lot of bad behavior from women. And me personally, I don't like beating up on women. In 2024, my thought is if we can start moving the way we're supposed to move, and we stop giving these hoes attention, these hoes will find another way to get that attention, and they'll start doing what we request of them. You
gotta stop. Listen, first of all, what y'all not doing is y'all not grateful to God. Y'all not grateful to God because these women who are these earths are showing y'all that y'all are horrible. But y'all keep trying to change them into something that they are not. Now it's in your face that that's what they are. Okay. And you keep trying to dodge that red flag because you feel like you can paint that red flag pink and white. She's telling you what she is. So when you marry her and she go back to whoredom, you can't blame nobody but yourself because that's where you met her at. In the kingdom of whoredom.
I definitely don't disagree with you on that, Shan, which is why I promote men moving in the right way and making women adjust. If we stand on our square, women, we all know the women's favorite currency. What is their favorite currency? Attention. If we stop giving these hoes the attention that they're asking for, and we start standing on our own square, start moving in principle, they will find what it is that will get our attention, and they will make the adjustment. But I'm gonna tell you something, and this is when you asked what HD and I was talking about before we started the stream. Here's the deal. Men want to fuck. Men want to. We want to smash. That's what we want to do. So if you're gonna give us that, yeah, we're gonna remain single and we're gonna bust y'all open.
And understand
that's really what we're gonna do. But my thought is, this is just my personal take. Since I already know we're gonna do that, why the hell do we get online and complain about chicks that's acting that way?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the crazy thing to me. Like,
that's crazy.